Join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
At Onside Radio, we're your home for all sports, and we give gaming culture the platform it deserves.
Fortnite. Once the world's top video game has once again alienated their player base, this time banning all wagers. Epic has now banned all forms of wagers and has even sent personal emails to top streamers warning them they will be banned if they are caught engaging in said wagers. Ending this practice seems to be the cherry on top that once again got RIP Fortnite trending on Twitter.
Keep up with the latest in gaming and e-news daily. Subscribe to Onside Radio on most platforms. Your home for gamers worldwide. OnsideRadio.com.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio ownership, management, sponsors, website, or Inter Miami Marketing, LLC.
Wake up and good morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports.
It's Friday.
F-I-T-A-Y. You had all week to talk about work. Now it's the weekend, and that means it's
party time.
The party is just getting started.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
Roger that.
Okay, let's move out. Come on, let's go. It's
showtime.
Here's Toast.
Another face-off in the Panther end. Achari able to win it. Gudis got it to center. Petrano tips it ahead. Lomberg is in. Ryan Lomberg scores! Ryan Lomberg, you gotta be kidding me! Let's go home, baby! In overtime, the Panthers win it 6-5, and they're right back in the series.
Gets back to Gudis, and he just puts it in the air. And look at how the Panthers, Petrano just nice it forward. Lomberg with that speed gets in behind the defense and beats Vasilevsky for the game winner.
Good morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports. Friday morning, 8:04, May 21st. Man, how nice was it that a game started at 6 p.m.? Or I'm sorry, 6:30. Oh, so good. So good. Oh, my. Especially after staying up until 12:45 watching the end of that Lakers-Golden State game on Wednesday night.
And the kudos to both games delivering.
Right? So, wow. People, so that was some hockey right there. That was a fun game. That was a range of emotions last night. Cats come out. I think we can all agree it was a must-win game. That if we fell behind 3-0 to the defending Stanley Cup champs, this thing was done. And so they showed up, came out early. They're up 2-0. They go into the first intermission. I don't know about you, Sean. Everything in our house just about fine. The only issue I'm having at my house at the first intermission and pregame, I could not find my Panthers hat. I was hatless. Did not have my lid on. It had fallen down in the closet and fallen behind some of my wife's boots. And so it was not visible to the naked eye.
The boots blocked them.
Exactly. Boots blocked. So I did not have a hat on. And then the wife found the hat, and that's part of a story. So second period comes out. And dude, like, I don't know what happened. I mean, it was horrifying. The power plays, every single power play they score, except for the end of the game. But 5 goals in the second period. All of a sudden now we went from being up 2-0 to being down 5-3. And you're like, oh my God, I was despondent. I was so pissed. So here's the deal. My wife, We've been married now for, like 20 years. And she doesn't know me as a hockey fan because when I grew up, I was all about, my first three loves were the Red Sox, the Whalers, and UConn basketball. And that was basically from like birth, okay? Then when I hit like 13, that's when I picked up the Canes. And then the year after that, I picked up the Seahawks. And that pretty much rounded out my my sports fandom. But I was a huge Hartford Whalers fan. We had season tickets. Loved that. Then they went away. I moved down here, and I was all in with the Panthers on that initial Stanley Cup run. And I was like, yes, I'm going to jump right on this team and won't miss a beat. And then, man, they just sucked for 20 years. And I kind of lost interest. I started doing other things, following other things. And so, yeah, over this last week, the wife for the first time has seen that hockey fandom come out. It's a bit obnoxious.
Oh, you're obnoxious hockey guy?
Let me put it this way. So I texted my cousin last night in the middle of this because the wife was a bit shocked. And I said, I texted my cousin because he used to go to the games with me.
You're shocking your wife with this?
Yeah. See, I go, you remember us going to Whalers games and me screaming nastiness at referee Ron Hogarth? And my cousin's like, definitely. He's like, my favorite was saying crap to the Bruins fans. They couldn't say anything back because we were little kids. So I was cursing. I was pissed. I couldn't believe that we were coughing this thing up. Third period starts. Wife finds my hat. I have the hat on for the start of the third period. And they make the switch in net. Bobrovsky comes in. Pretty much we can end that debate now, right?
Put it to bed.
Pretty much Sergei Bobrovsky is the goalie for the rest of the playoffs.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
so sorry.
We wouldn't be here without Chris Drieger. He had a phenomenal season. He is going to make some money in the offseason, possibly not quite as much as he could have. But nothing but love for Chris Drieger. It's going to suck not having him here next year. And phenomenal. But Bob's the goalie now moving forward. Bob's getting all the money. Bob is the goalie. This run is on Bob now. I think we can all agree on that. I told you yesterday I was surprised. I thought Bob should have started last night. Q's got big-ass cojones, man. He made the move. He went with Drieger. That's fine. Thankfully, he also had the wisdom to go ahead and say, yeah, this ain't working out, and pulled him after the second. Bob went in there, faced 9 shots, made 9 saves. Shut it down. And listen, my only issue was, as I thought, between Game 1 and Game 2, yes, Bob gave up more goals in Game 1, but Bob also made more outstanding saves. I mean, you got to realize Tampa could have scored 7 or 8 goals in Game 1. Could have. Bob stood on his head. We hadn't seen Chris stand on his head once. So, I mean, yes, he lost one that was only 2-1, but the level of shots and opportunities just weren't the same from Game 1 to Game 2. So Bob takes care of business last night. We finally get the dub, so now only down 2-1 back in this series. One more game happening in Tampa tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, man, people, we got a day happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be quite the sports day for all of us here in South Florida. And this is going to start damn early, which is nice. Don't have to worry about late stuff. You'll be able to have date night tomorrow night, and all of your games will be over. How phenomenal is that? You can take the wife out and not have to worry about, oh, man, we got to go somewhere where there's a TV so I can see this or I can see it. Yeah, no, it'll all be done. It will all be done. So, props to Forsling and Gudis. Dude, Gudis, man, he is just laying down people. He is laying the hurt down defensively. He has been a imposing force out there, playing phenomenal. Now, I do got to say, I got concerns about Barkov, Sean. Well, because he didn't play a lot last night. 15 minutes of total time on ice, I believe it was. First period, he only did 2 shifts, and then he was on the bench, and they were making reference to the fact that there looked to be some sort of an issue with his hand.
Yeah, he collided with somebody.
He didn't quite look himself in the second and third periods, and that is slightly concerning because he's our best player, and we can't afford to not have him at 100%. So hopefully he is back to his scoring ways for game number 4 tomorrow. But, yeah, that was the only thing that was the only concern I came out of last night was, man, that was phenomenal. Yes, overtime win. Yay. What about Barkov? Why was Barkov kind of, gingerly out there? Why was he not, what's going on? Was it a hand thing, an arm thing? What's happening? The announcers didn't really know. They were kind of speculating as to what it might be.
Yeah, more speculation is Achari went for a check on one of the Tampa Bay and actually nailed Barkov.
Ah, okay. All right. So hopefully he can shake that off. Hopefully, So hopefully he can shake that off here in the next 24 hours. And but he certainly it impacted him playing in the first period because he did a couple of shifts and then he didn't return.
Yes.
He just sat on the bench. Didn't go back to the locker room. Just sat on the bench. So it's not like it was serious. But still, listen, we're already dealing with a disadvantage here because they're $17 million over the cap. All right, they were able to bring back their top defenseman and their captain and their former MVP, who's been skating in full strength for 2 months.
Here.
Exactly. So we're already up against the wall here from a talent standpoint because the NHL has allowed Tampa to just not be cap compliant for any of the playoffs. So we certainly need Barkov to be as close as he can to 100% and performing well for us. So that was fun though, Sean. That was so much fun last night. I mean, that is what it's all about.
I was dancing.
Oh,
so good. So good.
Oh. I mean, at one point, second intermission, I had to go on and play some Call of Duty. I had to kill people. I was so pissed off.
Oh, yeah. Second now. I wasn't dancing after that.
No, second intermission, I was so infuriated. I quickly logged on to Call of Duty, killed about 7 people, and then, I felt a little bit better about myself.
All right, now I'm ready.
Here we go. Now let's get this final period going, people. Let's get it going. And they did. So, listen, man,
And did you switch back and forth and listen to both broadcasts, or did you stay all the time on the Bally Sports with Goldie?
I didn't because I don't have Bally Sports.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
That's right, because I'm a streamer. Bally Sports doesn't want YouTube TV
I had to
customers.
switch off the USA. There were too much Kucherov stuff for me.
Yeah, well, no, so I've that's the great thing is that now during these playoffs, I can actually watch the games on my big TV in the living room. Now, if I want to watch the Bally's, I have to go on my computer, and I have to click on an illegal link, and I have to watch a pirated view of Bally's because they don't want those of us that have YouTube TV or Hulu TV to be able to watch Bally's. So, so I'm all in on. So NBC. Thank God ESPN is going to be getting these rights. What is it, next year or the year after?
Yeah.
Because we've had a game on CNBC. Last night the game was on USA.
USA 6:30 start.
Sitting here, you're like, what the hell? Like, it's gonna be on Bravo tonight? I have no idea. The NBC Universal family of networks. So you have no idea where the games are gonna be. It's gonna be nice when they're all at one spot on ESPN. But so tomorrow, man, here's your lineup tomorrow. You got a full ass day. You got to make your arrangements. You got to get any sort of chores done today or push them to Sunday. Good news is you can still do date night with the girlfriend or the husband, whatever the hell it is. So tomorrow, 12:30 p.m., Panthers, Tampa Bay. Yes. Game 4, another, with all due respect, must win for us.
Yes.
Can't fall down 3-1.
We got to come back to 2.
I mean, we got to even this thing up right now. And we have to, hey, listen, you took 2 at our house, we're going to go ahead and take 2 at your house. So we got that. Now, that game will be at about in the third period, and the Heat Bucks will tip off. Heat Bucks are at 2 o'clock, so we've only got an hour and a half in between, so there's going to be some overlap there. The good thing is, listen, Heat Bucks, first quarter, not that important in the NBA playoffs. It's all about the final 5 minutes. So hopefully we can finish watching the Panthers Tampa, then Heat Bucks at 2, and then we finish things off. We'll do a little road trip here at Onside Radio. Mm-hmm. We'll go out to Dangerous Minds Brewing in Pompano Beach on Federal Highway, 1901. Big O, Alex Donna will be out there for Inter at Chicago.
Yes.
6 p.m. start time. So that game will be over by 8:30. And boom, you'll have the rest of the night. You can go take your girl out to dinner and go out to the clubs or whatever. Enjoy your freedom because you've been vaccinated and you can go party hardy. And, man, it'll be a beautiful – man, everything will be done by 8:30. Man, we better be 3-0.
Oh, we have to be 3-0. Have to be.
Got to be 3-0. We will talk about so we got a couple things coming up today. We got Neary Signs obviously coming up at 8:40. The other thing we're going to start doing here on Toasted Sports is a sport that I am rather passionate about that gets zero play down here in South Florida. We're going to start doing some focusing, or we're going to start focusing on it a little bit because it's going to be coming to town beginning next year for the next decade, and that is Formula One. I am a huge Formula One fan, always have been. And so my buddy Big Spade is going to come on with us at 9 o'clock, and we're going to talk a little Formula One because it is the Monaco Grand Prix that is going to be happening this weekend, live from Monaco, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. And so you know, we're going to be having an F1 race here in South Florida beginning next year for the next 10 years, happening at Hard Rock Stadium. So I felt it would be appropriate for us to start covering it, talking about it, paying a little bit of attention so that those of you who may not be familiar with it at all can begin to get educated and into it so that by the time the races get here next year, you fully understand everything that's going on. Because I will tell you right now, if you are a NASCAR fan or an IRL fan, that's fine, but this is a whole different level. It's a whole different level from the mechanics and the technology to the off-the-track drama. Oh, bro, this is like a soap opera. The storylines and stuff that go on in Formula One on a weekly basis, it blows anything that happens in NASCAR or IRL away, and it's phenomenal. So we'll be getting into that on Toasted Sports. That'll be happening at 9 o'clock with my boy Big Spade. But coming up next, we are going to have to talk about the Heat and the Bucks because a comment came out yesterday, and I don't know how you feel about this, Sean. We'll figure it out, but part of me is very glad that Giannis signed an extension with Milwaukee and didn't come down here to Miami. I'll tell you why coming up next. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
WLESPN, broadcasting from a largely empty building. And we do sports.
It's just not local.
Shush, honey.
Why is the building empty?
Because whether it be budget cuts or stupid management, we fired almost everybody.
Ooh, but we still have our job nice and local.
At least the building is.
We've got your sports.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodiasDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moodias family. Dr. Moodias is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodiasDental.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and no doubt last year hurricane season was one of the craziest we've ever seen. Well, Noah's saying once again, going to be another active season, so you need to call B&T Windows and Doors today and get PGT custom windows and doors installed like I did so that you are fully protected. Listen, there's no better peace of mind than PGT custom windows and doors when you're in the cone of death for a Category 5 storm. Call B&T Windows and Doors today to get set up. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnsideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Inter Miami are on the road again against the Chicago Fire at Soldier Field this Saturday night. It'll be Inter Miami's 4th road game this season, and in the first 3, they've actually had a pretty good record of 2 wins and a draw. Chicago Fire, on the other hand, have had a disappointing season with no wins so far, and they've actually had no wins dating back to last season's 6 games in. So in their last 11 games, Chicago have not won, and in their last 3 games, Chicago have not recorded a goal, while Miami is averaging over a goal and a third per match in their last 3 games. Let's see if Miami can keep up the momentum.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
8:21. Segment number 2 on a Friday. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful Friday, too. Yeah, baby.
I'm amazed it didn't rain yesterday.
I know, man. We thought it was going to rain. We came in here. It was like an overcast. It was windy, and we're like, oh, boy, it's going to be a rough one. But at least it wasn't in Plantation. So
got a little bit of rainfall, but nothing major.
All right, Sean, so we got I'm excited for this Heat series. Again, I don't, and I've said this before, I'm just not afraid of Philadelphia-Milwaukee. I'm just not, because in my mind they're false giants. They're great in the regular season, and then the playoffs happen when it really matters, and everything gets turned up a notch, and they can't answer that bell. And until they can do that, I'm not going to assume that they will. I'm done assuming that a top seed will perform like a top seed, because I'm sick of looking like an ass. So Giannis. The whole talk was, we're trying to get Giannis in the offseason last year and this and that, but then he goes ahead and he signs the contract extension, the max extension, and that takes it off the table. So, oh, well, what are you going to do? So he's meeting with the press yesterday, and they asked him if this year was going to be different. The Heat knocked you out last year. You were the number 1 overall seed. What's going on? And he said, quote, I don't know if this year is going to be different. I'm not going to lie to you. It might be the same. Who knows? The results are going to talk for themselves in the end, but at the end of the day, I don't get too high, don't get too low. I feel like last year, probably because of the bubble, I wasn't able to get away from basketball. Like losing a game and just going to the hotel and seeing the players that just beat you. You got too low. Bro, is this the attitude you want coming from your franchise MVP player on the eve of a rematch playoff series that you lost the year before?
Weakness right there.
I'm sorry right now. Does anything in that quote say to you that Heat culture would not have chewed him up and spit him out? Seriously.
No, 100%.
That's not anything close to Heat culture right there.
No, I wonder if he was trying to be careful on what he said, not to get bulletin material, and he just got carried away, it seems like.
That could be that he didn't want to come out and get nailed like in any sort of a guarantee situation. Oh, no, I guarantee it's going to be different than last year. And then have that be. But, that bro, you went the total opposite way, like total defeatism. Like, oh, my God. Like, if I'm your teammate or if I'm a fan, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, what the hell does he want to play this series? Is he sad? I mean, what exactly is happening here?
If I'm Drew Holiday, I'm calling him right now, being like, "Hey, bro, do you need a friend?
You need to get your head in the game, dog. We're going to war with these. We know it's going to be a battle with the Heat. There's no way it's going to be easy, whether we win or whatever. It's not like even if we were to be able to sweep the Heat, it's going to be physical and mean. You got to get your head in the game, bro. Like, I'll be honest. I saw that quote yesterday and saw him, speak it in the press conference. And I'm like, dude, thank God you didn't come here. If you were here and you made that comment, Pat Riley's head would explode.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Eric Spoelstra's head. Udonis Haslem would lay your ass out.
You'd be on the bench next to you,
right? I mean, give me a break. How do you I would think that he's like, I mean, you don't have to guarantee, but I thought he would be like, bro, this is revenge. There isn't a series that I have, been looking forward to more. All year long, I've been looking forward to seeing these guys again. Like, I mean, you got to have confidence.
Yeah, it just seemed like nothing was there.
I mean, Jimmy Butler is already smelling blood in the water, and you haven't tipped the ball yet. Jimmy Butler is a machine.
Especially playoff Jimmy.
Right?
I mean,
playoff Jimmy. He's locked in already. Hasn't even stepped on the court yet. Just ask him.
Now you can hear him when he talked.
Exactly.
During the presser a couple days ago.
Exactly. He's already locked in. So Giannis, bro, like, so again, I have zero confidence that the Bucks are going to pull this off. Right now, if I'm guessing right now, I got to make my pick. I want to say Heat in 5, but I'm afraid that would be a little. So I'll say Heat in 6.
Oh,
I'll say Heat in 6.
Really?
All right, fine. Heat in 5. Heat in 5.
5?
5. Like, dude, I'm sorry.
I heard there's inklings of rumblings between Boldenhauser and Giannis and everything else. Heat in 4, buddy.
All right, sure. All right, yeah.
They don't lose a game to the Bucks.
I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a long series. And yeah, I mean, I think Giannis.
I think Giannis is trying to do the LeBron treatment, like lure people in, but he's not good at it.
Listen, dude. Here's the thing with Giannis, and I think this is Giannis has his money. He is king of a small market. He can probably go ahead and do things there that he wouldn't be able to do if he was in Miami or L.A. or New York or places like that. And listen, man, he obviously doesn't have that drive for a ring. He may have that drive to be great and get paid and everything, but it doesn't seem like he has that drive to get a ring. And we know athletes where that is their only motivation. And you can tell those guys apart from everybody else. So that is, man, if I'm the Bucks, how do you feel good about this extension? I mean, I know you love him. He's a great player. But that mindset, that is a defeatist mindset. And you just, I mean, you think LeBron would ever say anything like that?
No.
I mean, come on. I mean, you think Wade would ever say anything like that?
No, because they've had the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, you think Jason Tatum would talk like that?
Now he goes out and scores 50.
Right? I mean, and I'll tell you what, Giannis, here's the thing. You can't go out in this series and average 20 a game. You have to average 30 a game. Like, if the Bucks are going to do this, it's going to be because Giannis is a monster for the entire series.
I think he's almost got to be close to a triple-double.
Right? I mean, seriously. I mean, dead serious. He has to. We saw what happened last year.
Yeah, with him injured.
And how the Heat defended him and game planned the whole deal. Listen, I give the edge to Spoelstra in terms of game planning. He's a better head coach. And I give the edge to the Heat in terms of the intangibles of effort and want. I believe they want it more. I believe the Heat will put forth more effort. And listen to Giannis's comments. I don't know how you disagree with that. I mean, that was.
Didn't Milwaukee take 2 or 3 from the Heat during the season?
I think they did, yeah.
And he still got this mindset.
But we didn't. But Jimmy didn't play in any of it.
I get that, and I understand that. But still, you've taken 2 or 3 from them.
But he
knows.
knows.
You're still talking.
But he knows that playoff basketball is different, and he knows that the Heat. Everyone knows that the Heat just turn it up in the postseason, like everybody does. But it's a different animal. Postseason basketball. It is a different animal.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And to this point in his career, Giannis hasn't answered that bell. He hasn't answered that bell. He's got MVP, 1 or 2. I think 1. But, yeah, he hasn't answered that bell yet. So we'll see if bringing Holiday in is the big enough piece that gets them over the top. But I wouldn't be – I saw that yesterday. I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah, and if I'm a fan, I'm kind of looking at
heartbroken. If I'm a fan, I'm pissed off. I'm like, really, dude?
You've got 5 more years of this, huh?
You don't know. You're not going to lie. Lie. Lie to me, Giannis. Lie. Lie and tell me we're going to be awesome and dominate. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, I can't lie. Yeah, lie. You need to lie. Oh, my God. That was my phone. The audio on my phone started popping out.
No problem. I thought the TV went on. I'm like, what is going on here?
Oh, man. So the other stuff with the Heat, and now this is it's good news and bad news. So Bam did not make finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. And unfortunately for Bam, that comes with a hit to salary because had he been a finalist. I guess his contract would have gone from like $163 million, like it is, up into $170, like 5 or 77.
Yeah, it was a kicker
like
in there.
It was basically like it would have gone up like another $15 million over the course of the deal.
Yeah.
So it sucks for Bam, but Bam's still making a ton of money. It's good for the Heat though, because now that's not being that salary can be allocated towards other players during the course. Like you're not losing that money to go to Bam. You can now spend it on other players during the course of the next few years.
And also, I think it's going to be fuel for Bam for the playoffs too. So that might be
Absolutely.
another addition to this.
Sure. Listen. I need Bam with a chip on his shoulder. I want Bam with a chip on his shoulder. Listen, Jimmy said it best, a month ago when the Heat weren't playing very well. They got to play bully ball.
Yes.
And that's what the Heat do. And that's how the Heat are successful. And that's how they will be successful in this postseason run is by playing bully ball. They got and listen, and they were towards the end of the season. So we started seeing it. Jimmy's now going to be back. He hasn't faced the Bucks all season long. He's locked in. Said it himself. Giannis doesn't know what the hell's going to happen. Giannis is just like, I don't know, man. We'll see.
It is what it is. Something's going to happen.
I ain't going to lie. We get smoked again.
We could win.
Bro?
We could lose.
Really, dude? Seriously, Giannis, you need to learn how to lie. Just for your fan base, for the ownership, for the coach, for your teammates, please learn how to lie. Learn how to lie. Oh, man. So, listen, Bam, hopefully. We didn't get any honors, man. Like, everybody got shut out.
Everybody shut out.
The only opportunity going to have is if anyone can make an all-NBA team, like Jimmy maybe at the end of the season or Bam. That's pretty much all that's left, but no actual individual season-long honors like that for the crew. So we will take a break. Going to have to get my man Neary Signs on. He'll be coming on in just a few. But a friendly reminder, there's now a disturbance in the Atlantic. There's a disturbance now in the Gulf. And it is the 21st? Yeah, so hurricane season starts in 10 days, people. Starts officially in 10 days. You need to get your house protected today. Call my buddies over at B&T Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126. They will get you set up with PGT Custom Windows and Doors. And listen, it makes your house more valuable. It protects everything. You don't have to worry about plywood and wing nuts and dealing with the lines at Home Depot and Lowe's trying to get all that stuff before the storm hits. You just have a peace of mind despite our entire community being within the cone of death. PGT Custom Windows and Doors will give you that protection up to well over 100 miles an hour. I mean, just come on, people. You got to be protected. I got it in my house. Best thing I've ever done. And also the quietness. I don't hear the cars going down the street anymore. It's great, great, great. Call B&T Windows and Doors today. 954-233-0126.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody-Ass family. Dr. Moody-Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyAsDental.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in. As long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
The Cardiac Cats are back at it, getting a much-needed win in overtime over the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-5. Ryan Lomberg scored on a breakaway, 5:56 into the overtime period. The Lightning lit the lamp 5 times in period 2, causing Coach Q to pull Chris Drieger and insert Sergei Bobrovsky, who stopped all 9 shots he faced in the third period in overtime. The team's back at it tomorrow afternoon, 12:30. Tampa Bay still leads the series, though, 2-1. The Miami Marlins, they beat the Philadelphia Phillies 6-0 to take the 3-game series over the Phillies. Sandy Alcantara went 6 innings, allowing 2 hits, home runs from Garrett Cooper and Miguel Rojas were more than enough for the win. The Marlins back home for a weekend series against the Mets. Jordan Holloway gets the start tonight. The Miami Heat, they get their NBA playoff first-round matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks started. That will start at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The Washington Wizards took the 8th seed from the Pacers, 142-115. They will take on the 76ers in the first round. Tonight, the Grizzlies and the Warriors battle to see who will face the Utah Jazz in the first round of the NBA playoffs. And your Inter Miami CF, they're in action tomorrow also at 6 o'clock, pregame live from Dangerous Minds Brewing at 5 with Alex Dono and Big O. Then Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongan, and Fernando Fiore with the call of the game right here on South Florida's only locally owned sports talk station, OnsideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
I got my mask on. Hang on. Toasted Sports. OnsideRadio.com, streaming live every single Friday. Let's go out and bring my boy on, local comedian who you can see at Improvs in Miami and West Palm Beach. And soon, once the cruise lines open up, back on some ships, it is Mr. Neary Signs. Good morning, brother. How are you?
What's up, brother? Good morning, guys. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. How's everything in your life going?
Good, man. Good. Everything's, finally got word back from the cruise lines.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So we're revving up, and it looks promising.
Now, do you know if they're going to be able to leave from Florida ports, or you're going to have to get on a plane and go to the islands to hop on these things?
So I don't know those kind of specifics. I know it's so weird to say. I don't know where I'll be getting on. I don't know that. I know that the 2 different companies have approached me. So different cruise lines are approaching it different ways.
Okay.
Some cruise lines are approaching it that the comedians have to, because we used to be on there for 6-7 days at a time.
Okay.
And then, leave. But because of COVID, we can't be having that many, people going in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So they want everybody to be vaccinated, and they want, which is fine, and then they want everybody to Some cruise lines you're going to be working 2 to 4 weeks at a time, and then other cruise lines are that they need you to be there for 4 to 6 months at a time.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
damn!
Yeah. So it's all. I think this is all. This is all experimental right now because I'm sure as soon as the CDC, they keep loosening up their restrictions every so often. So I think even if this does happen for 4 to 6 months thing, I think that only happens once. I don't foresee that happening past 2022.
Yeah, I don't think your wife wants that to be happening past 2022 as well either. Yeah, you going away for 4 to 6 months?
You don't
really?
know my wife. You don't know my wife. She wants me out of here. she would want me out of here as long as possible.
Well, I guess you really haven't. Yeah, you really haven't left the house in over a year.
Yeah. The word really doesn't need to be there. I literally have not left the house in over a year. So at this point, she's like, "What you mean? I get freedom from you and a paycheck? That's fine. Bring it."
I mean,
whatever.
You guys even had one of those drive-through baby showers.
We did. We had a drive-through baby shower, and we waited outside for 2. The bad thing about the drive-through baby shower is that we gave people a 2-hour window.
Yeah, right.
Giving Hispanic people a 2-hour window means that everybody showed up at the very last minute, and by everybody I mean all 6 people that showed up. I just wanted to get presents. I'm like, just pay for the gifts. Here's a link. I didn't actually want people to show up. It's fine.
Question for you. What is if you had to only pick one to have the rest of your life, what would be your favorite cake? I had this debate with someone the other day. Favorite cake.
Normally,
and this not including ice cream cake because that's a whole different. It's superior and it's its own thing. So no ice cream cake included.
Superior.
Oh, you don't?
I'm not a big fan of ice cream cake.
Wow. Okay.
Just ice cream.
You don't like ice cream?
Yeah, I like ice cream. I'm just saying it's not cake. It's not the same as cake.
Okay.
I will say my favorite cake. It's between 2 specific ones, but I will say I will go with carrot cake.
Really?
But I know that's only because of the icing.
Yes, the cream cheese icing. There you go. Okay, good. Okay.
There's a lot of people who are like, it's only good because of the icing. I'm like, yeah, but that's part of the cake. It comes with the cake.
True.
There's never been a carrot cake with no icing on it. That nobody sells 100%. That. Nobody makes that. So, I mean,
good point.
I've had this conversation with many people. I've had polls on Instagram talking about carrot cake or red velvet, and those are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I am. Carrot cake is okay. I don't have a problem with carrot cake. The thing for carrot cake for me, you're right. It's the cream cheese frosting that is a superior frosting. That is what I'm able to ignore the fact that I'm actually eating a vegetable that's in my cake.
That's right.
So
that's right.
But the cake the one that I can't stand, strawberry shortcake. I think that is like the worst of all cakes. But my favorite would be the white, like angel food with just plain chocolate frosting. Very simple. I'm like a minimalist.
Yeah. Also, are we including cheesecakes in this conversation?
I love cheese. Yeah, see, for me, cheesecake's its own little thing as well because the cheesecakes nowadays are crazy. Like go to the Cheesecake Factory. Those things are insane.
Dude, they have a cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory that is literally there's 2 of them that are. I mean, there's so many that are great, but 2 of them that I've tried recently, and one of them is the Cinnabon
really?
Cheesecake, and it has like actual Cinnabon in it, and then it's just covered in so good. It's absurd. It's crazy. And then the other one is the carrot cake cheesecake, and that was really good too. But I would have to say best cheesecake I've had is best cheesecake I ever had was at Junior's in New York.
Okay.
But aside from that, like at the Cheesecake Factory, it was that Cinnabon one was crazy.
All right,
I mean, that was just bananas.
If you were to go to if your wife went to Cheesecake Factory and she brought home a full Cinnabon cheesecake, and for you and the whole family, how much of that cake of that cheesecake would you personally eat, and how much would go for the rest of the family?
Well, all right. So luckily for me, my children are very picky eaters, and they're stupid. They don't know that cheesecake is delicious. So they're like, I don't want cheesecake.
Oh, they're turned off by the name. Cheese. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Because it has the word cheese in it. So they're not going to eat that. But I will say, I don't know if I should be ashamed or proud of this, but the last time I ordered cheesecake, I had it delivered from Cheesecake Factory, and I was not able to finish the entire slice.
Slice or cake itself?
No, slice.
Just a slice.
Granted, I had eaten food. It wasn't like I just ordered the cheesecake. I had eaten food already, but I wasn't able to go through the entire slice. So if you just bring a cheesecake, I'm going to say I'd probably go through 2 slices at one sitting, but then save the rest for, it's probably going to go. My wife is like nibbles on, like she'll just like nibble on something, a couple bites here and there, and then that's it. Cause it.
So if you're ordering cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, do you order your entree from there also and have it delivered? Because I have a buddy of mine that will order their entree from a place and then order dessert from a different place.
Yeah, some restaurants are really good about that, especially some chain restaurants. Some chain restaurants have really good food. I don't know if you've ever been to BJ's.
Wholesale?
Yeah, no, it's not the Costco thing. It's BJ's. I forget what it is. BJ's Brew House.
No,
I think
never
is what it's called.
No.
It's like nice. So it's really good food. And actually, you and one of the other when you and I did the casual dining Mount Geekmore on my podcast, the other guy brought up BJ's, and this is the one that I literally said I've ordered their food, but their desserts suck because it's all Pazookies, and it's not like, oh, give me a break. And I've literally ordered their food and then ordered a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory.
Dude, that's insane. That's insane. I have never done that. I've never done that, but I think I got to try.
Oh, it's great because it's great if you time it just right. You could have the 2 DoorDash guys meet up at the same time at your house. So they're literally at your house, and they're like, "Are you Neri?" And they're like, "No." "Are you Neri?" And they're like, "No." And they're like, "Oh," and they literally walk up together. It's hilarious.
So DoorDash will allow you to have 2 separate orders pending at the same time?
Everybody does.
Really? I've never even tried that.
The 2 people that I've had, the two systems I've used are DoorDash and Postmates, and they don't care. They're like, yeah, order something else. I don't care. Why would they care? They don't. You think they're worried about your health? They don't care.
Wow.
They're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
All right, let me ask you something else about comedy, because there's been some controversy over the last couple of weeks. This guy, Tony Hinchcliffe? You're familiar with the whole story? Where he made one of the Asian host, the MC for one of his stand-up shows, he brought him on stage and he referred to him in a disparaging Asian term, and now he's getting canceled by his representation. And Joe Rogan, I guess, did a whole thing that comics shouldn't be judged on this. This is too harsh. That comics need to have this freedom to be able to say whatever they want and make mistakes and not know that their career is in jeopardy. How do you feel about all that?
Well, as someone who doesn't have a career, I could firmly say that yeah, I'm kind of in agreement. Like, I get it. It's not, and Tosh, you know me on a personal level. Like I there are times where I've said, like, hey, that's not cool. Mm-hmm. I rewatch old shows where I would that I love, and I would admittedly say this does not age well. This is not. Okay. This is not like something that will go in today's time. I'm fully aware of that. However, if it's done at a comedy show, and I feel as if this disclaimer, for some reason, people either buy into it wholeheartily, or they're like, "Oh, it's not. It's all the same." But it's not. Like, if you go to a place to literally get ribbed on, or to like, "Hey, we're just busting balls," I think a comedy club should be the safe haven for trying out. Whatever you want. Again, the point is that you're trying to make it funny. If you're not trying to make it funny, then there's a difference. And I guess, but I think Joe's right in that sense. And I'm not just saying that because I'm looking to try to get work from him. I'm saying in general, just if I'm trying to be funny and I say something wrong and I miscalculate, look, I'm at a comedy club all the time and I say things that are not funny all the time. Are they offensive to people? No, because my comedy is very autobiographical, so the only ones who would get offended are my wife and kids, and so who cares? But I've said plenty of things at a comedy show that are not funny. It hasn't offended anybody, but I've said plenty of things that are not funny, and you just bounce back and you just keep going and you just try to get them with the next one, and that's the way it is. I don't know. It's very weird to be.
Oh, did we just drop him? Did we just lose him? Oh, there he is. Whoa! Oh my God! What was that? We losing Neri?
Do my job.
Oh, there we go.
Or I have to be careful about how I do my job because it may cost me that very job.
Gotcha. All right.
I think that's a little, where else do you do that? And there's nowhere else but entertainment.
Yes, 100%.
There's nowhere else you don't go into the office and be like, I can't use PowerPoint. Because if I use PowerPoint, somebody might get offended that I used the wrong PowerPoint, and then now like it's a very weird thing. I think they should be able to have. Sorry,
Jesus.
brother.
Yeah, all good.
Listen,
man,
two large dogs.
I
yeah, but I
spent
think
time.
they should be able to say whatever they want.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, dude, I've spent 20 years now going on in front of a live microphone and just talking extemporaneously for 2 to 4 hours. It's not like all this is written out in advance. It's all just coming into my head, and there's a decent chance that at some point during that run of consciousness over 2 hours, I may say something slightly offensive to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it goes to that. I think it goes to that. Look, just you're trying to be funny. You're trying to take that chance. You're trying to take that risk, and then there's always that risk of it not doing well. I think the joke not landing is punishment enough. I should say, if it's a joke. Again, if it's a joke, I don't want people to think that I'm like, no, like you can't be in regular life, and you can't just be, you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's right to be like racist for the sake of being racist and being like what? Like no, it's for the if you're in a comedy club, it's for the sake of the joke, right? You're trying to get a laugh.
Good stuff.
I think that's bombing sucks, dude. If you're on stage and you bomb,
not fun. So what do you got going on this weekend? Any gigs?
No, this weekend I got this week. I might be actually trying to go to the movie theater, and I know this is gonna sound stupid. Because, I mean, why would you go to the movie theater when the movies come to you now?
Right.
But I really want to see Army of the Dead. I'm really
I've heard about this.
Interested in seeing that one. Now, granted, it comes out today, but it also gets released on Netflix next Friday.
Oh.
Or next Thursday. So, really, why would I go to the movies? But I really want to see this movie in a big theater, man, on a big screen.
And this is the movie. This is the reason why on Monday Night Raw they had zombies.
Yes. Yes. This is the reason why. I mean, this is. You know, it's funny because you when you say that sentence, it's normal people who aren't into wrestling, they'd be like, "That sounds ridiculous." And people who are into wrestling, they're like, "No, yeah,
no, that was very it was very realistic. Yes, very realistic. Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, zombies at a wrestling event.
Sure,
I mean, where else would zombies go?
If I'm a zombie, that's the first place I'm going is a WWE event. Yeah. 100%.
Well, I got to be honest with you. If I'm a zombie, I'm not going to WWE.
Are you going to go to AEW?
If I'm a zombie, I'm looking to eat brains, and those people don't have brains. So I don't.
Well said, my brother. Neri, man, listen, bro. Thank you very much. As always, have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you enjoy Army of the Dead.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one, man.
You too, bro. Neri Signs, everybody. You can check him out for his schedule. Whowasthatguy.com. Or what was his name.com? Sorry, what was his name.com? Not who was that guy. What was his name.com? That is his website. All right, we got to take a break. Toasted News is going to be coming up also at 9 o'clock. Big Spade at 9:20. Former Lemon City Live guy, Tenard Davis, and former Canes talking about some highlight. Got plenty of stuff coming up, man. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnSideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. And with daily specials, there is something for everyone. If you're up for a challenge, you should take their famous boot tour. Finish 30 boots of different varieties of German beer, and you'll receive half price on their beer for life. And you'll get to take home your own boot and Checkers Old Munchin t-shirt. They also have outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music, as well as carry-out, curbside pickup, and delivery. So, for the finest German food and beer, get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations at 954-785-7565. That's 954-785-7565.
We'll see you at Zagat Rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Hey, it's Toast. Last year when I had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house by B&T Windows and Doors, I knew about the hurricane protection. What I didn't know? The silence. Oh my goodness, my house is so quiet now. One of those cars goes tearing down the street with the crazy loud muffler. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. It's unbelievable. I didn't realize how noisy my house was beforehand. You've got to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your pad today. Call B&T Windows and Doors, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Let's get back to Toasted Sports. You can send a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. Stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is Toasted News.
I'm going to start off in Houston, Texas. A man who allegedly pursued a female hiker through the Sam Houston National Forest in the nude claims he was only naked because he had to defecate. The man, 53-year-old Scott Alexander Stevens, they've always got three names, Sean. The whack jobs always have three names. He's been charged with disorderly conduct. The victim called the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office on Friday evening to report that a naked man was chasing her on Lone Star hiking trails, trailhead number 3. When deputies arrived to take the woman's statement, she told a patrol sergeant that she had seen the man emerge from a nearby stand of trees and begin to walk in her direction. The man did appear to have an article of clothing draped over his forearm, she said, but she didn't stick around long enough to identify it. Instead, she took off running, believing the man was chasing her. Though she admitted to the sergeant, she did not look back to confirm her suspicions. They found him. They arrested his ass a few hours later. And in Pinellas Park, Florida.
Oh, here we go.
You always like the Florida ones. A man is accused of shooting another man who threw part of a banana at his truck during a road rage incident. Robert Lewis and Peter Sala Jr. allegedly got into an argument while driving down U.S. Highway 19. Following the argument, Sala Jr. reportedly drove past Lewis and threw a banana at the side of Lewis's truck. Lewis, who was sitting in his truck and, of course, was allegedly armed with a handgun, shot at Sala Jr. The bullet shattered the right front passenger window. Sala Jr. suffered a small, non-life-threatening laceration to his leg from the piece of glass. Lewis was arrested and is facing charges of shooting a deadly missile into an occupied vehicle and criminal mischief.
Deadly missile?
Dude. I know, that's how they always, I find that amusing when they refer to bullets as deadly missiles.
All over banana peel.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
come on, dude.
Not over banana peel, half a banana.
Oh, half a banana. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm
That's
sorry.
potassium, bro.
I take it back.
It's a banana. You know, stick a banana in my tailpipe? I mean, come on now. Just a banana. You driving around. You never know who's driving around with a gun. That is why, forget the road rage. You never know what crazy MFer next to you has a 357 and they're ready to shoot.
And they ain't worried about shooting.
They ain't worried about it. Hell no. America. I'm going to take a break. Big Spade coming up next. We're going to get all in depth on Formula One. I cannot wait. And then Tenard Davis going to be coming on at 9:20. Former Kane going to talk a little bit about what's going on down in High Life down at Magic City Casino. All of that is coming up. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son,
There ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men. This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
AM 1260 WLEN.
We're live and local. Honey, are we really?
Just read what they wrote.
We're the best sports station for Miami.
What kind of programming genius does it take to flip a switch and put it on an ESPN satellite? We're your home for all local sports. AM 1260 WLE. Honey, would you please bring my laxative in here?
Sure, honey.
Ain't it awful?
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think you would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Miami Lakes location at 15462 Northwest 77th Court, located in the Ryan Oaks Plaza. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio ownership, management, sponsors, website, or Inner Miami Marketing, LLC.
Welcome to Toasted Sports.
Everyone gather round.
I should just start at the beginning.
What day of the week is it?
It's Friday.
Friday.
What are your plans for the weekend?
Doing absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Sounds exciting. Okay, where was I? End of the week. Friday. Who's ready to party?
Okay, finally.
It's showtime.
Here's Toast.
$9:04. Friday morning. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com, also on YouTube, Twitch. Go ahead, follow, set for notifications, subscribe. That'd be great. The PGA is back underway right now. Phil Mickelson was tied for the lead. Then he did have a bogey. But dude, how great is it that Phil has shown up and could be in contention? That'd be just great. 50 years old, man. He turns 51, I think, next month or in the next couple of months.
It makes golf better when they're in contention.
Absolutely. Listen, you got no Tiger. Who knows if we're ever going to see Tiger again with that gruesome, awful leg injury that he suffered. But it would just be it'd be great. Just, listen, man, there's certain guys that move the needle in golf, and despite the fact that he's 50, Phil Mickelson's one of those few guys. He absolutely is
definitely a story.
Total story. I will say this: it does suck because, man, I don't like the fact that my peers are getting to the point where they got to go into the senior tour.
Right?
You know what I'm saying, Sean? I mean,
lefty.
Like, yeah. I mean, God damn, bro. Like I'm not that far behind Phil, and I don't feel that age.
No, definitely not.
Like, damn, it is
How does the golfing work with the senior tours? Is it certain age
it's
or
50?
does
It's 50. It's once you hit 50, you're eligible for the senior PGA Tour.
Okay.
Now you can still be on the PGA Tour if you're still good enough to qualify and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you
it's
play
not like you're
both,
forced.
actually,
Yes.
if you want.
Well, I don't. You know what? I'm not sure if you can play both.
Or is there certain events you can play?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what? I think if you're on the. Yeah, I'm not sure what the crossover is. I'm not sure if you can get a special. I believe that you can be on the senior PGA Tour and still get special exemptions for majors on the PGA Tour.
Okay.
But I don't think you can play both tours. Like, I don't think you can say I'm doing this one this week and this one the other week and going back and forth like that. But I'm not sure.
Oh, man. They need to do that. That'd help out.
Well, you know what? Also, I haven't seen a lot of, and maybe it's because of the pandemic, but I'm just realizing I haven't seen any senior PGA Tour events on TV. I don't even know if they're running them right now.
No, you know what? How many LPGA events have been run? Not as many as PGA, right?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have, there's definitely, yeah, but from PGA senior stuff, yeah, I'm just wondering if maybe because of the age and coronavirus, they just put it in a box for a year.
That's why
it's going to come
you're
back.
Smart there, buddy.
Well, I don't know about that. All right, so we're going to talk to my boy Big Spade here, but for some reason, and this was his idea too. This was his idea. He wanted to start doing let's do Formula One. Well, and he's MIA right now. So
he took a left and a right.
Yeah, exactly. So this will be a situation we'll have to deal with. But anyways, I am still going to talk about it. Yes. So, Formula One. For those of you unaware, Formula One is the primarily European racing circuit, but it is global. They do races in Australia, in China, Japan. They do one race in the U.S. in Austin. They do one in Brazil, Mexico, Canada. It's all over the globe, some 20 races throughout the year. Basically, they do it every other weekend because they need time to travel to all these places. So obviously, we found out that beginning next year, for the next 10 years, Miami will be the second home for Formula One in the United States. Austin is the other track that they go to. Now, getting a second U.S. race has been a goal of the folks at Formula One for a long, long time. So the thing about Formula One that is different from a lot of the other, so NASCAR and IRL are kind of made so, whoa, we got Spade. He just texted me, says, I'm here. So, Sean, why don't you go ahead and give him a call back, and we will get him on. But so what you need to realize about the difference between Formula One and NASCAR and IRL is that NASCAR and IRL have put in rather effective price caps. And a lot of those cars are very even, so that it's really just all about the driver. Formula One, it's about the driver, but the cars are not even because there's no price cap. So you have hundreds of millions of dollars worth of R&D going into the top teams. I mean, from wind tunnel aerodynamic stuff, it is insane. These are the most high-tech vehicles on the face of the planet outside of spaceships. We will go to the phones right now where my boy Big Spade is hanging out. Thank you, man, for showing up.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Not much. All right, so let's I was trying to give folks a basic kind of overview of Formula One and how it's different from IRL and NASCAR, and the biggest thing is the price point, the fact that those are capped, and Formula One really isn't, and it's just the cars aren't all even on the Formula One grid. So first thing, we got the biggest race of the year, and it threw me for a loop because this is traditionally always on Memorial Day weekend, but I guess because of the pandemic, everything's got screwed up. So Monaco is this weekend. Your favorite race of the year?
It is. Yeah, because of the history, and because of, like you said, it's supposed to be on, Memorial Day weekend. It's supposed to be the same weekend as the Indy 500. It has
Pepsi 600. All that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got all the history. It's got all the luxuriousness. It's Monaco. It's right there. It's, like I said, it's got the luxury.
Now, I will say this: if you haven't watched Formula One before and you want to start getting into it, because we're going to have a race here starting next year, and you watch this race, I will say this race is different. Because it is on the very, very narrow streets of the city of Monaco, or the Principality of Monaco within France. So it is a spectacular visual to watch this race just on its own. The racing aspect of it, this could be one of the more boring races because of the way this track is laid out. It is extraordinarily difficult to pass anybody. And so generally, the victor of this race is decided on Saturday during qualifying. Because for the most part, if you land on the pole or the front row, you're going to be the winner.
Yeah, and we have some surprising
we
news.
We do. This is insane. Let's talk about this.
So one of the home drivers for his home race, Charles Leclerc, he's actually a Ferrari driver. He's actually from Monaco and was at the top of the timesheets yesterday during FP2. That's final practice 2. So maybe Ferrari can spoil, Mercedes' chances, or maybe even Red Bull's. But right now it looks like Mercedes is probably the fastest. Lewis Hamilton, your favorite driver, is leading the points ahead of Max Verstappen.
Who also is a Monaco resident.
Yes. Most of them
tax
are because
purposes.
Tax breaks.
Yes.
Tax breaks. I mean, when you're getting paid tens of millions of dollars per season to drive one car, then, you're going to go get your tax breaks.
Yeah, no, we were talking last week. They had the highest paid athletes in the planet over the last year, and Lewis Hamilton was on there for like $70, $80 million. Just ridiculous.
I believe his driving contract is like $40 million.
Absolutely insane. So this is what's interesting is because Ferrari obviously is the biggest name historically in Formula One, but they have been on quite a downslide over the last number of years. And Mercedes and Red Bull have been dominating the time charts, the podiums, everything else. Even McLaren is outperforming Ferrari as well. So yesterday, and it wasn't just Charles Leclerc, it was Carlos Sainz as well, the second driver for Ferrari. They're 1 and 2 on the timesheets right now, and folks are wondering, is this for real? I got to think that somehow Mercedes and Red Bull are going to find a little extra juice over the last 24 hours before qualifying, and we'll see from Final Practice 3. Are they doing Final Practice 3 this weekend? Or do they bail on that?
They are.
Okay.
No, they're going to be doing it before qualifying.
Right before qualifying on Saturday. It'll be interesting to see whether or not Ferrari can stay there. I don't think they will. No. Usually Mercedes and Red Bull, they play a little coy game. It's free practice what happens, what happened yesterday. So basically the teams fuel up the cars and they put on some tires and they go around, they just drive around and see, okay, hey, I'm this fast doing this setup during this. Now, Formula One being the most expensive sport, having engineers not only at the track but even at home, at their home base, they kind of play little games. Hey, we're only going to fill up the car to this amount and it's going to weigh this much because we have this much fuel. We don't know the fuel loads that they run. Right. So Ferrari could have been on a qualifying run. Yep. Mercedes could have been full of fuel doing race runs. We don't know. But usually over the weekend, the top teams kind of sandbag a little bit. Hey, we're not going to show all our speed. But what's encouraging from Ferrari is I believe the times were in the 111s. Yes. If it's true that they were going on their qualifying runs, Lewis Hamilton's, I think his time last year was 110, or the year before. Sorry, they didn't race COVID. So the year before, the track record was a 110. So if they're doing 111s, maybe they can spoil it. Yep. Maybe, they can jump up there. But a second in Formula One is an eternity, so we'll see. The other cool thing this weekend, and I've always also been a bit of a fan of McLaren, but they are donning a new livery that is absolutely fire, bro. Have you seen this thing?
Oh, of course. You got your man Zach Brown styling and profiling that baby blue Golf with the orange McLaren.
That thing is just tight. That is tight. So, yeah, McLaren has a U.S. guy running the show in Zach Brown, who is doing a phenomenal job over the last number of years bringing that team back up to where they were back when Lewis Hamilton started his career there back almost a decade ago. All right, Spade, before we get out of here, I want to talk a little bit because there is an American team in Formula One that folks should know about. Unfortunately, it is a back-of-the-pack team, back of the grid, and that is Haas. And you know Haas from Indy. You know Haas from NASCAR. It used to be Newman Haas. Now just Gene Haas has this on his own, and he's had this team out there now for, I think this is, their third or fourth season.
I believe so, yeah.
They are a partner with Ferrari in terms of some pieces to the car and stuff that they get through Ferrari. But it has been, as the Ferrari engines have gone down in the last few years, so have Haas. But it has been a rough run for the Haas team. What are your thoughts on them? Me personally, I am at this stage furious that they have not tapped a young American driver that we can all start to follow and kind of get behind. They're doing this kind of pay for play where they're only taking drivers that can bring sponsorships with them. I'm kind of been a firm believer that if you brought in a young American driver, even if you didn't have sponsorships attached, you could find at least one or two American corporations that would want to get in bed with them. What are your thoughts on Haas in the future for them?
Well, Gene Haas is doing the best that he can. When he had money and when they were on top of the regulations and the FIA rules and everything, just like there's rules in, the IRL with Indy and NASCAR, when they decided to change the rules, sometimes, just like NASCAR, some teams are more to the benefit of it and sometimes they aren't. A lot of people might know in racing, just being local, that they have Hendrick Racing, one of the biggest names in NASCAR. But then there's also Roush Fenway and Penske and all those things. Sometimes those teams are at the top because of the rules. Well, unfortunately, Gene Haas and his Haas F1 operation, they were kind of in the middle of the pack. They were fighting there for a while. They had Roman Grosjean. They had Kevin Magnussen. They were doing pretty well. And then the regulations changed and the rules changed. And they weren't doing so hot. So Gene had to go find some money. Well, unfortunately, in Formula One, you have to pay to play. These are hundreds of millions of dollars of cars and billion-dollar budgets. If you don't have the money, you got to go looking for it.
Yep.
And as for Formula One, that's where you go to the paid driver. So, unfortunately, Nikita Mazepin, his dad is a Russian billionaire.
Yes.
Hey, y'all have a friend who's a Russian billionaire, right?
Yes. It is rough. All right, so, yeah, it is. And listen, I know that they came up with a new Concord agreement, which is the agreement that kind of sets the rules and everything. And there is going to be some price capping involved. I believe that begins in 2023. So maybe we're going to start to see some of these prices come down so that we won't have to have pay-for-play drivers anymore. That would make me happy because I would much rather, like, if you're going to have an American team, you need to have an American driver. At one point, I thought it was going to be Alexander Rossi, but didn't pan out for him. But at some point, Gene Haas has to figure out a way to get a marketable American driver in one of those two seats.
Yeah, and then possibly with new engine regulations coming in 2025, maybe they could entice Ford to come back in.
True.
We can have another Ford versus Ferrari like we had in for Le Mans.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, unless there's significant investment from a company like Ford or a big company bigger than Haas machinery that makes all the CNC equipment for any type of manufacturing, that's Haas CNC equipment, you need a bigger supporter than that because we've had Americans. We've had Alexander Rossi. We've had Scott
Speed, baby.
We even had Andretti.
Yes, we did.
Going back.
Yep.
So there's the talent is there. It's just the support, it's just the money. And you're just like with soccer, you have the karting academies, you have the driver academies. Do we have that in the States? Kinda. But just like Christian Pulisic, he had to go to Europe.
Yep.
And he had to go play soccer over there. So maybe a young American driver will get scooped up, maybe not. It's just up to support and, I guess, the will of an American driver to go race Formula One. But with Austin and with the Miami race, officially online, I think we could do it. It's just going to take some time.
All right, so we'll get you out of here on this because we're going to have you on Monday as well to recap the race. But you got to give me a pick. Pick your podium for me right now.
My podium?
Your podium for Monaco.
I'll probably go Lewis Hamilton 1, Verstappen 2, and then I'll go ahead and Carlos Sainz is going to probably be position 3. I think Ferrari's going to be able to jump up there and spoil it. Maybe with pure speed and just kind of throw a rock. But I think they're going to switch some stuff up and maybe do a one-stop strategy. Somebody's going to go crazy instead of changing their tires like they have to and kind of be fast. They're just only going to do it once, and they might get to throw a rock because you can't pass at Monaco.
No, you can't. You can't pass at Monaco. It's absolutely freaking
so it's going to be some pit lane strategy.
All right, so I'm going to go with Lewis, number 1. I'm going to go Max 2. I'm then going Lando Norris 3. So
I would love that. I think Lando's just a little too young.
I gotcha.
And I really like Danny Rick's times during free practice, but I don't know if they have everything together. Danny Ricciardo, new driver from McLaren, great driver. Just get everything used to it. And in Formula One, you need both cars.
Yes, you do.
That's why Max Verstappen is kind of losing to Lewis right now. Red Bull is fast, but it's one car versus 2 at Mercedes. And Mercedes can do different things with Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas that Red Bull really doesn't have the chance to with Max. If Sergio Perez is up there, it'd be a different title fight. But right now it's 2 versus 1 at Mercedes versus Red Bull, and I believe McLaren is probably going to be the same thing with Ferrari. If somebody's going to challenge Red Bull and Mercedes, it's either going to be McLaren or Ferrari, and I think Ferrari's more poised to do that. Even though I'd love to see McLaren, that brand new Golf, that baby blue and orange, sitting up there on the podium, but we'll see.
Spade, thank you very much, brother. We will talk to you on Monday.
You're welcome, man.
For those of you that want to watch the race, it will air 9 a.m. Sunday morning. That's the other cool thing about F1. It's early morning stuff so that it is over before noon. You have the rest of the day. You get your sports started very, very early. So it should be great. All the pageantry that is Formula One. Thank you, bro. We'll talk to you Monday morning.
All right, yeah. You too, boy. Have a good one.
You too, brother. Big Spade, everyone. Talking some Formula One. We will take a break, running a bit late. Former Kane, Tenard Davis, going to come on. Some very cool stuff going down at Magic City Casino. ESPN did a nice piece on the highlight. He's part of it. We'll talk to him coming up next on Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with simple radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast, and I've been telling you guys all about my buddies over at B&T Windows and Doors. And some of you said, hey, listen, Toast, I'd love to get PGT custom windows and doors installed, but funds are a little tight right now. No problem, bro. Y Green. You can finance it with B&T Windows and Doors through Y Green, so you can still get your PGT custom windows and doors installed. And yeah, you're not going to have to put anything down. It's awesome. That's the way I got mine installed. Call B&T Windows and Doors today. They'll tell you all about wiring and how to finance your windows. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnsideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Inter Miami are on the road again against the Chicago Fire at Soldier Field this Saturday night. It'll be Inter Miami's 4th road game this season, and in the first 3, they've actually had a pretty good record of 2 wins and a draw. Chicago Fire, on the other hand, have had a disappointing season with no wins so far, and they've actually had no wins dating back to last season 6 games in. So in their last 11 games, Chicago have not won, and in their last 3 games, Chicago have not recorded a goal, while Miami is averaging over a goal and a third per match in their last 3 games. Let's see if Miami can keep up the momentum.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
Friday morning, 9:26. Toasted Sports streaming live on OnsideRadio.com. Check us out on YouTube, on Twitch. Set for notifications, please. That'd be great. Going to go to the phones right now. Talk to a former Miami Hurricane legend. Dude's even got a Super Bowl ring. I've met him on a handful of occasions because back in the day, like a handful of months ago, he was part of the Lemon City Live crew that were in this spot on Onside Radio, and we welcome Tenard Davis to the program. Good morning, T. How you doing?
What's up, Toast? You being generous is calling me a legend. I'll take it though.
Come on, man.
I will take that,
legend in my mind. All good. So let me ask you about this, man. So back when I was a kid, I remember growing up, and we had Hartford High Lie in downtown Hartford. It was a pretty big operation, man. And throughout all my childhood, not that I ever went, but there were commercials on and always heard about it. And then I guess, I don't know, like mid-'90s, late '90s, it all just kind of started disappearing. And moved down here, and there was Dania High Lie, and then it kind of disappeared a little bit. They took the sign down. And now I remember when we were talking to you a few months ago, and you were saying, yeah, man, I'm playing down at Magic City, and it's kind of making a little bit of a comeback. And I was like, really? And now ESPN did this cool expose on it. And, yeah, man, take us through this. So you're actually a professional highlight player now.
Yeah, Toast. I've been a professional highlight player now for roughly 3 seasons, or 4 seasons, but it's been 3 years. We started in 2018, and you made the comment that you noticed in Hartford, and that's in Connecticut. And that's where that's where a lot of the players come from.
Okay.
And a lot of players practice up there. What stopped highlight dead in the early 90s, late 80s was the union, the strike.
Okay.
The strike, it killed highlight, and also the lottery. The lottery, when it came about, it took away, a lot of the how you want to say single bettings, the dollar bets, because of cash tree and all those other type of picks you can do, took away from highlight. But it still had its true fans coming to support. But the people who was going to this to make money, they kind of eventually left.
Mm-hmm.
So the expose you saw this week, where a couple of the players, Tennessee, who's a former baseball player at the University of Miami who won the national championship, Dennis Dalton, who was a football player he played with Kenny and Santana.
Yeah, Kenny Kelly was part of this, I guess.
Yeah, Kenny Kelly was a part of our team, but he's no longer a part of our team. And Julin, who is a player from Basque, the Basque country in Spain, where they recruit or bring in a lot of players. He was part of that interview too. ESPN came to talk to us, and they wanted to know how did former players that played a whole entire different sport was able to pick up highlight at such a fast pace. And we broke down, it was a long conversation, but they kind of obviously edited. But we explained to them that the competitiveness of being a University of Miami athlete, the determination, the I can do, no matter what you tell me, I'm going to get it done type attitude has made us and turned us to professional highlight players. Now, we are only 4 years, like I said, in.
Yep.
But we have learned so much in that time. And traditionally, a lot of players that come from Basque, Spain, when I'm trying to say Mexico and France, they've been playing this since they were 7 years old. So when we played against these guys in the tournament that we had in December of last year, and they saw us play, the actual traditional players, they were surprised because they still can't believe that you guys, meaning us, learned the sport in 4 years, and you guys are in your 30s and late 40s, early 40s, and they were really impressed.
Nice.
So go ahead.
No, I was going to say it is just a phenomenal sport. I mean, it is unlike any other sport. I don't even understand it, but I remember watching highlights of it and stuff, and it is at such a fast speed. That ball looks like it could take your ass out. It's got to be like nothing else you've ever done before.
No doubt, Toast. I ran track. I played baseball. I played football. And highlight is one of the most frustrating sport I ever played in my life. And I call it a sport, but most people call it a game because it's associated with betting. So Florida, I'm sure you're familiar now, they're trying to pass a sports betting law here.
Yes, they are. Yeah, with the Seminoles. Yep.
The Seminoles. And if that passes, that'd be great for a highlight because we're doing something that has never been done when it comes to highlight. We're making it more of like a tennis format, head to head. I play against you, you play against me, and whoever played. And that's where it's easy to understand.
How did it used to be? It used to be a whole bunch of people out there, right, at once?
Yeah, not at once. It's doubles. Yeah, you have 4 players at once when it comes to doubles. But it's something with the Quinella that it's 8 guys playing each other at one, not at one single time, but each other. Whoever loses the point, the next guy gets up.
Gotcha.
And whoever gets to 7 first wins the game. That's what the regular Quinella games. Like the 7 points, whoever wins it gets first place. Then you got to play to 7 points against it, get second, and then last person gets third.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't understand that because they're trying to say how does 3 play 8 and how does 7 play 1? Like I don't understand that. Like it confuses a lot of people. So now we're simplifying it. Color scheme, and you have your jersey number in the back. So red to play against, A to play against, like number 7 to play against number 1. But he'll be in white and the number 8 will be in blue. And you play against each other. It's a 7-point game, and it's the best out of 3. 6 points. Whoever wins that, whoever wins 2 sets wins the game. And we call that, at our casino, it's called head-to-head.
Okay.
And no one else is doing that.
All right.
So our boss, Scott Savin, he's the starter of this, and we're doing something. That's why ESPN wanted to interview us, because we're doing something that has never been done when it comes to the sport of highlight.
All right, so now folks that want to check this out and start getting in, so you're doing it down at Magic City Casino. I also know that there's also, I don't know if you're affiliated with it, but they're still doing some games at Dania, I believe, like in the back little area as well. So how often are you doing it at Magic City? Like, is it a weekend thing? Can you go down there every Friday and see it, or how does the schedule work?
So our schedule, we play on YouTube live, and it's Highlight Channel.
Okay.
So you put Highlight Channel, you can subscribe, and our games are on live. So Dania and Miami Casino uses our platform that we created, Highlight Channel, to show their games.
Sweet. Okay.
So we are affiliated with Dania because we play their games on our platform.
Okay.
Also Miami Casino.
Okay.
So we play our casino plays Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The hours are Saturday at 4 p.m. Only one game. Sunday, only 1 p.m. One game, one performance. And Monday and Tuesday, we have 2 performances, 1 and 4.
Okay.
On Monday and Tuesday. Now our head-to-head is shown on YouTube, and that's on Saturday at 1 and Monday at 10. So if you go to our website on the Magic City Casino and you go to the highlight, you select highlight, it'll tell you our whole entire schedule.
Nice.
And we're open to the public. We're open to the public only on Saturdays now. We're going to change that once they start loosening up with the restrictions because of COVID.
Yep.
But on Saturdays at 4 o'clock, it's open to the public and you can make your bets.
Dude, that is awesome. Bro, Tenard, this is very, very cool. I'm going to check it out on YouTube this weekend, absolutely. I want to see what this is all about. But good for you, man. Good stuff, man. And the fact that you're going out there learning a new sport at our advanced age is damn admirable.
I appreciate it, Toast. You can also follow me on my YouTube, on my Twitter and Instagram at Tenard.Davis, both. That's Instagram and Twitter, Tenard.Davis, TANARD.DAVIS. I appreciate you, Toast, man. I see you doing big things over there, man. Keep working hard, brother.
There you go, Tenard. Thank you very much, man. Good luck. We'll talk to you again soon. Tenard Davis, everybody. Make sure you go ahead and check out that Highlight YouTube channel. If you're in the neighborhood of either Magic City Casino or Dania Beach Highlight, get on out there and catch it. I'll tell you what, I mean, I remember seeing it on TV as a kid, and it is just a crazy-ass fast. It's hard to keep track of what the hell was going on back when I was a kid. Maybe a little easier for me to figure out now. But good times, man. Good stuff. We'll take a break. We've got a sports update coming up next with Sean. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with a MyTuner radio app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
If you missed NBA insider Ira Winderman and the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report, you missed this.
And he said, if you're going to look at my stats, I probably don't measure up. You have to watch our games. You have to watch how I'm switching out to any offensive threat, taking on every single challenge during a game. That is not something that Rudy Gobert is doing with Utah. He's not jumping out on the opposing point guard. That's not even something that Ben Simmons is doing for the 76ers. He's not jumping out on every opposing center. So Bam is more of an eye test than any metrics that you can come up with to try to justify him as Defensive Player of the Year. I think he has a very good case. But I also believe that the standings matter, that your team's record matters, and the bottom line is this. Rudy Gobert has his Utah Jazz at the top of the West and the top of the NBA. Ben Simmons has his 76ers much better positioned in the Eastern Conference than Bam does. That matters also.
The Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report with NBA insider Ira Winderman, exclusively at OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends. Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
The Cardiac Cats back at it, getting a much-needed win in overtime over the Tampa Bay Lightning, 6-5. Ryan Lomberg scored on a breakaway, 5:56 into the overtime period. Sergei Bobrovsky replaced Chris Driedger in net in the third period, stopped all 9 shots he faced in the third period. In overtime, teams are back at it tomorrow. Great sports day in South Florida, starting with the Panthers at 12:30. Tampa Bay still leads the series, though, 2-1. The Miami Marlins, they beat the Phillies 6-0 to take the 3-game series over the Phillies. Sandy Alcantara went 6 strong innings, allowing 2 hits and home runs from Garrett Cooper, and Miguel Rojas proved more than enough. Marlins back home for a weekend series against the Mets. Jordan Holloway will get the start tonight. The Miami Heat, they get their NBA playoff first-round matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks started tomorrow at 2. And the Washington Wizards took the 8th seed from the Pacers, 142-115. They will take on the 76ers now in the first round. Tonight, the Grizzlies and the Warriors battle, so he will face Utah Jazz in the first round. And in MLS, Inter Miami CF, they're in action also Saturday at 6 o'clock. The pregame live from Dangerous Minds Brewing at 5 with Alex Dono and Big O. Then, of course, Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rungan, and Fernando Fiore on the call of the game. You're listening to South Florida's only locally owned sports talk station. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
$9:41. This is a Friday morning. Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com. Going to get into some NFL stuff, but just got to do a little something here that, well, it's not real funny or happy or anything. But so those of you might be familiar with the hashtag Luka to the U, which has been trending on Twitter for the last number of months. It's a Kane thing. Luka was a young fan of the Miami Hurricanes and unfortunately lost his battle to leukemia yesterday. And it really, really sucks, man. This is the second child under the age of 10 that I have had to memorialize in the last 10 days. And, bro, there ain't, like, I'm not a father. I'm not a parent. I can't even begin to wrap my head around that level of pain and anguish. And just all the condolences to Luca's family and to Tommy's family from last week. And just listen, man, don't take we're not guaranteed anything. Don't take any of it for granted. Make sure that you are hugging and kissing those kids. And, you know, saw someone say, you know what, you give them extra candy tonight, you give them whatever it is. It's freaking tragic. And cancer is a son of a bitch, man. And it's just when it hits a kid like this, you know, it's one thing when you're 50, 60, 70, but when you haven't even hit 10 yet and it's all taken from you, it's really tough to wrap your freaking head around exactly how any of that crap makes sense or how any of that crap is fair. So condolences, but if you see that hashtag, if you see Rest in Peace Luka going around today, I'm sure you will, especially if you're a Kane fan. Manny Diaz tweeted out earlier. It's a real shitty situation, and it sucks. And just all the condolences. If I could hug that family for the next 2 months, I absolutely would. Just tragic. So, you know, make sure you take advantage. And listen, if you have any, extra funds or means, and you're looking to donate to a charity, make it to a cancer charity for kids. You know, whether it's any of the places local, but you know, just man, we gotta do something and just stop that. That's just that's awful. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there and offer my condolences to both those families and to both those brave young boys that were an inspiration to a lot of us. So rest in peace to both of you guys, Luka and Tommy. All right, moving on to something that kind of tweaked me. Sean, I had been very excited, and I was vocal about this, that Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, that it was over. It was over. He was going to leave. They had no choice. He drew his line of the sand. He dug his heels in. There was no walking back from this. Well, apparently not. What? So apparently, well, we were doing a show yesterday, and we made the joke about how the talking heads on Get Up had the Aaron Rodgers cry-on going across the screen? Well, what they were talking about, Sean, was that Dan Graziano or whatever, one of the reporters, apparently there's now contact between Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and they're working towards a resolution, which would mean a new contract extension for Aaron Rodgers. Now, all right, listen. If they can go ahead and pull that off and get it all done and make up and play nice and huggy, that's just great. But, bro, so now we know for a fact that Jordan Love's a bust, right? First-round draft pick, didn't suit up, didn't even have him in uniform on the active roster once the entire season last year. And now, instead of moving Aaron Rodgers and moving on to the young first-round quarterback, you're now going to give a, 38-year-old or 37-year-old Aaron Rodgers a longer extension now?
Not only that, Toast, they went out and signed Blake Bortles.
Yes, they did. Yeah, well, you need to have a backup, which means, yeah. So I'm sorry, dude, Jordan Love is a bust. There's no way you can spin this to me that this kid has any sort of a future as a starting quarterback in the NFL. You didn't have any teams trying to trade for him leading up to the draft. You got, what, how many teams out there were clamoring for a quarterback? And not one person picked up the phone to Green Bay and made a push for the first-round pick from a year ago that you guys have stashed on the bench and it hasn't gotten any playing time whatsoever? What does that tell you? That word had gotten around. That, yeah, it looks like the Packers whiffed on that one. Kid ain't even good enough to suit up, let alone play. So, wow. Like, what an indictment on that GM dumbass. What an indictment on him. I mean, you are just screwing the pooch, bro. But now you're going to go ahead and give Aaron Rodgers even more. Now it's going to hamstring the franchise even more salary cap-wise.
Yeah, but shame on Aaron Rodgers.
Listen, shame on Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Why? Oh, for not standing his ground?
Yeah, I mean,
I know. I wanted him in Vegas.
They're still not getting you what you need.
I know.
But hey, just throw the money at me.
Yeah,
you
I
whore.
know.
Aaron Rodgers is a whore.
He is a whore. Yeah, I was dying for him to be in Vegas. I really wanted him to be in Vegas. Really wanted him to be in Vegas.
I just wanted this to keep going as long
I
as
know.
I could get
I'm heartbroken that I thought it would at least go through June 1st.
Although it's just talked right now.
It is
right?
just talk.
So,
well, and it's Dan Graziano said that there's been contact, so they're not saying that they're well in on their way to signing a deal or anything.
The GM and Rodgers contact?
I don't know.
Green Bay officials?
It's Green Bay. The
Packers
good. Crew is in contact with Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know if it's GM dumbass or president or the coach. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
If I'm Rodgers, I want the contract. I want a public apology from GM dumbass for drafting Jordan Love, and then I want GM dumbass to specifically step down right there.
The other news that happened in the NFL yesterday, Timmy Tebow. Tim Tebow is now a Jacksonville Jaguar, signed the contract, and was wearing the uniform out there. So do you know what the top sell? So those of you, like seriously, bro, y'all fucking screaming, oh, this is white privilege and this and that. No, dude, all this is money making. And we already know how much money it's making the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got a bump in season ticket sales. And guess what? The 3 top-selling jerseys on the Jacksonville website are, Sean. Tim Tebow male jersey, Tim Tebow female jersey, Tim Tebow children's jersey.
Hey, imagine that.
So, hello. This ain't white privilege, bro. He moves the needle in Jacksonville and makes them money.
Yeah, I know Kai had went to Fanatics yesterday, and he was the top 5 jerseys on there.
Come on. I mean, you guys trying to paint this move into some social justice warrior friggin' woke-ass narrative is such a load of crap. It's so simple. Jacksonville is the only team on the planet that would have signed Tim Tebow. Why? Because he's the only guy on the planet that moves the needle in Jacksonville. How hard is that for you guys to just trying to force a round circle into a square hole is what the media is trying to do with this story. It is unbelievable to me. This has nothing to do with race. This is all about a head coach who had a guy that he idolized and loved like a son who played for him in college, is now in the NFL, and this same guy who, granted, now he's a bit old to be starting his NFL career over again, but boy, can he sell jerseys and make money. And this franchise needs that. And we're not going to win anything this year anyways, so what the hell's the harm in using one of the 53 for a guy that's going to bring in tens of thousands of dollars in revenue? Possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. I mean, how hard is that for you to wrap your brains around? Shouldn't be that difficult.
It
Stephen
shouldn't
A.
be,
Smith
but it will be.
These idiots at ESPN and Fox and dude, on Twitter, just stop. There are so many things, realistic things. There are so many things, realistic things that we could go ahead and talk about race in America on. This ain't one of them. All right? You wanna have in-depth talks about race in America and where it's going and how we can fix things? That's fine. This ain't part of that story. This is simple dollars and cents in the NFL. It's a business, and the fact that y'all are trying to pan it into something else is just idiotic to me. I don't get it. I mean, how can you be so tweaked at that? Who cares who the Jacksonville Jaguars give a roster spot to? None of you care about the Jacksonville Jaguars. None of you. Not one. So why do you care? Let him sign Chris Leak too. Who cares? All right, we'll take a break. Got to get on out of here, man. Kai's coming up next. Going to talk a little bit about it is final weekend in the Premier League. Final weekend in the Premier League. We got some stuff on the line there. See who's going to get these final 2 Champions League spots. Coming up next, this is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast. May is here, which means hurricane season right around the corner. You need to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your house so that you're fully protected when we get a big storm coming on through. For those windows, only one place to call. My buddies at B&T Windows and Doors. They've been doing it in South Florida for decades, and they will set you up with the best in the business. PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126 for B&T Windows and Doors.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. Take their famous Boot Tour Challenge, and there's now outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations or pickup at 954-785-7565. So get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach to Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
At OnSideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork at our Chirping the Cats report.
And we've got ourselves a series. Game 3 between Florida and Tampa was quite the emotional roller coaster, and it was the Panthers coming out on top with a thrilling 6-5 overtime win. The Cats jumped out to an early 2-0 lead on goals by Sam Bennett and Radko Gudas, but the second period was almost all Tampa. The Bolts put up 5 goals in the middle frame, taking a 5-3 lead into the third period. Tampa had been a perfect 28-0 when leading after 2, but the Panthers had something to say about that. Patrick Hornquist picked up a power play goal early in the third, and Gustav Forsling's wrist shot beat Andrei Vasilevsky 5-hole and tied the game with just 3:07 to go. Florida's overtime hero was an unlikely one, as Ryan Lombard scored on a breakaway less than 6 minutes into the extra frame to send the Panthers over the boards and into celebration mode. The Cats now look ahead to Game 4 on Saturday, hoping to pick up another big win away from home and tie this series up at 2.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
$9:56 Friday morning. Toasted Sports wrapping things up. Streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. Good morning, Kai. How are you?
I am very good. How are you?
Nice victory last night. We got a series again in hockey, so that's good.
Yep.
Got my final Premier League weekend happening on Sunday, which is fun. I love how all the games start at the exact same time. And we have 3 teams battling for 2 spots in the Champions League. So when does Bundesliga wrap?
Tomorrow morning.
It is tomorrow morning?
9:30, all games at the same time.
There you go. Good stuff. How are you feeling about he's got his Bayern flag. Nice.
Celebrate the win.
There you go. How are you feeling about Intershot in Chicago?
Very, very confident.
So am I. Dude, they haven't scored in 3 games. I mean, we have to get 3 points out of this.
Look, it's the same thing we've been talking about for, a week and a half now. I guess ever since the loss to Montreal, we were talking about it's you need to come away with the road trip with 6 points. They've already gotten 3.
Yep.
The bare minimum you come away with is 4.
It was cool yesterday to see that Neville now is doing his best to make sure that Pizarro's not ruined by the benching and saying, listen, no, I'm committed to him. He's a major part of this squad moving forward. Saying all the right stuff coach-wise to try to help him, I guess, mentally get some confidence back. But this is a process right now. We'll have to see how it's going to tell me a lot about him to see how he as a player responds to what has happened over the last 10 days.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? This is a time for him to pick his ass up and, show what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Good stuff. I'm out of here, man. You got anything good coming up today?
We're going to talk with Dono. Apparently, so he said that I had a poll on, would you ever be caught dead buying food from 7-Eleven?
Mm-hmm.
He says that he went to a 7-Eleven in Japan, and he said that they're very great things. So we're going to talk about that.
Just disgusting.
Some interesting stuff. Wawa,
I'm sure
amazing.
he goes to a Wawa. Yeah, Wawa.
Wawa's awesome. They opened a Wawa.
Okay.
First of all, Wawa's not a
gas
gas station.
Yes,
Wawa's not a gas
station.
station.
Does it sell gas out in front?
Are
there
gas
15 gas pumps out front?
There's nothing wrong with gas station.
Can you answer my question? Are there 15 gas pumps out front?
Correct, yes.
Okay,
but
so that's a gas station, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a gas station.
There's a new one that opened up next to the stadium. If you ever come for a game, you should go. It's very good.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. If I want a sandwich, I'll go to a sandwich shop.
Oh, yeah.
That's what everyone talks about. Oh, you got to go to Wawa and get a sub. I'm not going to a gas station getting a sub. I'm out of here. That is. I leave you with that note. Go Inter. Go Panthers. Go Heat. Enjoy Formula One. I'll see you Monday.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome to OnSideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk. This is like rock and roll with no music. Follow us on social media at OnSide Radio.
Hey, it's Toast, and when I got PGT custom windows and doors installed at my house last year from B&T Windows and Doors, I knew that I was protecting my house when it came